Well, good morning. So I am Karen and I am Veronica's Dreams. That's my company name. And yes, I'm a wine drinker. Okay. Not all the time, sometimes. Um, okay, so what I'm going to do is I have a set of cards here to give you a situation. If that situation resonates with you right now or something in the very recent past, then this reading will be for you. There should be something in it for you. Um, I'm a big believer that the whole reading might not be for you, but there might be pieces of advice or things to look for. So if it rings any kind of bell at all, let me know. I will say that it almost feels like a continuation of the reading I just did, just off the top. I will say that because if you watch the other one, this may be a continuation, may not. I don't know yet because I'm not doing the reading yet, but it may. So the situation here is the Chariot, and the Chariot says to me that there's something that's coming in really fast. There's some really fast movement going on, whether it's a move. This could be a move. This could be a journey. It could be a vacation. I feel like, this is kind of why it kind of goes off the other reading. I have the Six of Pentacles and the Seven of Cups. So the situation that's coming in fast or could be travel or whatever is something that you feel like, the Six of Pentacles here feels like that there's some sharing going on, but maybe not equal sharing. And because you don't feel like it's equal sharing, you're feeling like you need to make some kind of choice. And it so feels like the other one. And the reason why you're making that choice, or you feel like it's because of your heart. Again, we have the King of Cups this time. So I feel like it's something that is an emotional choice, a heartfelt choice, something that means something to you in your heart. So if we look, if this resonates in any way, you can start listening to the reading. I'm going to deal 3 cards for the present situation or the present influence. What's influencing the now? What's influencing the near future? And then advice on this reading. So, let's see what's going on. So 3 cards for present influence. We've got the Six of Swords. This really feels like the last reading. 9 of Swords. Okay, get out of your head. The Knight of Cups. And then the future influence is Seven of Pentacles. Fool. And Judgment. Oh, that feels good. So I'm not going to pull advice until bottom of the deck, Page of Wands. So there could be that Chariot could be a message coming in. So the present influence to me feels like, okay, I'm moving forward into something, but it's got me stressed out. The Nine of Swords really is not a fun card. I will say that when I see that, it reminds me about being in your head. This isn't like necessarily when the thing you have to remember when this Nine of Swords comes up, that it's your reaction. It's not necessarily a situation. So I like to tell people not to be afraid of that card because it's a scary card when it comes up and you look at it and you go, oh my God, I'm having nightmares. It's anxiety, and anxiety is caused from trying to figure out or look into the future. What's living in the future is anxiety tenfold. So, and this is the anxiety card. And that means that you're living in the future instead of living for today. But I believe that that's happening because you're trying to make a decision. And when we try to make a decision, we're going, okay, what's out here? What am I working towards? And what is this going to be best for? That's the problem here. That's why you've got the anxiety going on, because there is some kind of decision you're making that's just, I will say that you are going to pick the decision that brings you the Knight of Cups. I feel like that when I say that there's going to be, the decision is going to be about what means something to you, what gives your heart wings, so to speak. What can you give as well in that direction? Can you give that to somebody too? So this is a tough one. As we move forward, you've already planted the seeds. Everything's kind of growing right now. So whatever it is that you started that has you stressed out is coming to fruition and leads to the Fool. And the Fool really is about, really good stuff, really good forward movement, really. To me, the Fool is a freedom card. It like frees you. It frees you from what you're in right now. It's taking a leap of faith. It's doing that. And in this deck, I'll show it to you a little bit closer up if we can see it. He's got those ropes, and the ropes are tied to that chair, but he's still jumping anyway because he feels like, okay, that's all going to go away. I'm tired of being tied up. I'm tired of being held down. I am tired of waiting. I am just doing this. And that's what this card specifically says to me. So there's something that's going to happen where you're like, I'm just, no more. I'm doing this. And when you do it, you get the Judgment. And I like that. So this comes in the near future too. And this card specifically to me says, you know what? I'm going to climb out of this crap and I'm going to start over, or something is going to be reborn inside me that's just going to feel really good. I'm going to read a little bit beyond that. Give me a couple cards beyond the Judgment. Knight of Pentacles and the Chariot. So we go back to the Chariot. Here's the deal here. Keep in mind, once you take that leap of faith and you feel like you're being renewed and you feel good, there's going to be some slow movement. That movement, so this thing that you've planted seeds on that's going to give you this freedom, that's going to make you feel alive again, is going to be a little bit slow and it's going to be frustrating. But then comes the Chariot. Now, the Chariot in this deck, to me, is not the fast-moving Chariot. But both of these cards are moving forward. The good thing about the Knight is, remember that as you're planning this and doing this and moving forward with this situation, keep in mind that this Knight is planting as he's moving forward. So he's moving slow because what he plants lasts. It's substantial. He's a slow-moving Knight, but he gets the most bang for his buck. In other words, what happens with him lasts. So whether it's a project, a move, a decision on what to do next, as you move forward and you take that leap and you feel, so this is how I'm seeing the progression. You take that leap and it feels really good. It feels like you're being renewed again and it feels like a good start. It might feel slow. Don't get worried. As long as things are moving, even slowly, that's good, because that means that seeds are being planted and you're building more of an empire than just a quick fix to whatever it is you're dealing with. So this slow movement is going to have a larger outcome and a bigger and grander and more substantial and more earthy, because it's going to be a longer lasting thing. And then that Chariot, though, says it's still going to happen fast, but this Chariot's a little slower. So it just reminds you that whatever this thing is that's coming in, it's going to feel fast, but then it's going to feel like, oh, I got to make a decision, and then you do, and then it moves slow, and you make that decision. When you make that leap of faith, it's like, oh, I'm doing it, right? I'm jumping. I'm going to just take these ropes off, and I'm going. Oh, crap. Should I have done that? That's how you're going to feel, like, should I have done that? But that's the Knight, because he's moving slow. So remember, when you start feeling that way, just do whatever little things you can do to help this situation grow and mature and get nurtured while this slow movement is happening. Whether it's just a gratitude journal, whether it's, if you can't do anything specifically for the situation, you can do something in your mind, in your head. You got to get out of that Nine of Swords situation. So that's kind of what I'm thinking on that. So let's pull a couple advice cards. What do we need for advice? I think this is going to go really well. It's so funny. I got the Knight of Swords as advice. The Three of Swords. There's a lot of swords here. And the Devil. Okay, so To me, the Fool is the freedom from the devil when I look at this specific deck, because the devil in this deck has all these ropes and the Fool is jumping away from those ropes. So I really feel like the devil and the Fool kind of coincide. Here's what I feel like the message is saying, because I have the Knight, the Three, and the Three leads back to that Nine of Swords. The Three of Swords is feeling sad, feeling heartbroken. And I feel like whatever that is about, because this decision might be something that might be hard in that respect, that there might be something that that hurts too. Like, when you decide I want A and not B, well, A is great, but B, if I don't choose that, I'm going to get hurt. And that could be like reminder, yeah, this could hurt. So the advice, I believe, with the Knight of Swords is saying, you know what? You've got to just keep moving forward. Keep going, keep moving. Even if it feels sad, that means that it's supposed to, and that you will heal and allow yourself to feel sad for sure. But I feel like it's also allowing you to free some demons maybe that have been possessing you. And when I say that, it could be like the demon could be as much as being in something that you don't like, but you feel like you have to be there. So whether it's a relationship or a job or a home, it could be anything. It could be like you living with just a roommate or in a place you don't want to be. So this is a freeing thing. You use the Knight of Swords energy to free yourself from those things that bind you. This will allow you to take that leap of faith that you so need to do. And that is going to be important, because that's going to be what makes you rejuvenate and what makes you feel good. Like, okay, I'm doing it. And as soon as you say I'm doing it, that's going to release a lot of this sadness. That's going to release a lot of this anxiety, because now you're going to be headed in the right direction. The only faux pas is that dang Knight of Pentacles, that slow mover. But you got this. So just remember that when this happens and when this comes to fruition, which it will, this is probably not too far out, maybe a couple months, maybe not. Know that that's the time to do the internal work so that these seeds are planted appropriately. So I hope this resonated to you. If I please asking comments, likes, shares, subscribe. I'm trying to grow my channel. I don't want this huge channel, but I do want to be able to do more. Right now, with as many subscribers as I can, doing a lot doesn't make a ton of sense. But also I'm in a situation where I'll be moving and I'll be in a better place here come March. So things will start moving forward for me, where I can probably do more and do better stuff, have better equipment, all of those things. So I was given the word to get started, so I'm getting started. When Spirit speaks, they speak, and sometimes very loudly. So I'm doing it. And yeah, so any comments or any likes, subscribes really help me also to know whether you're enjoying this stuff. Daily note, I do a daily card of the day, which is just usually inspirational thoughts, words of encouragement, that type of thing. It's usually a quick video, sometimes over a minute, but usually they're under a minute. So take care.